My name is Daria and I'm from Russia.
Hi, my name is Jacob. I'm from Seattle in the US.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Arlene. I'm from California.
I'm Imera. I'm from Switzerland.
I'm called Ariadna. I'm from Spain.
My name is Ken and I'm from Costa Rica.
My name is Amara.
My name is Barzan.
My name is Tom.
My name is Galit.
I'm Julio.
I'm Maria Carla. I'm Alina.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm 17 years old and I'm from the United States. 안녕하세요. 19살인 마리아입니다. 저 미국에서 왔고요. 오늘 인터뷰하겠습니다. I don't know. Elementary or middle school?
I think when I was 12.
I actually don't remember elementary school.
Maybe a little bit earlier, from the age of 11, 12, I think.
Okay.
Maybe when I was like 7.
7 years old?
Yeah.
7 years, you're joking?
That's usually how it is in America. Kids usually start asking questions pretty young, but it just depends on their parents when they want to teach them.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oof, well, at least in Latin America, that starts really soon. Sexuality starts really early. We're talking about 14 years, 15 years.
Oh, is it?
I think in the 4th grade already,
How
yeah.
old were you?
We were like 10, I think.
10.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
cool.
already told us
So,
many things.
who told you?
Our teacher.
Your teacher
yes.
told. Which
I
age?
think I was 9 years old or 8.
Okay.
They taught us that in school.
Oh, they told you guys
yeah,
in school?
Yeah, of course.
In 8, 9 years old. Using the condom
I
as
was
well?
using condoms.
In 8, 9 years old?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe when I was like 10 to 13 years old.
I think I never thought about it until they started sex education at school.
Is it?
Yeah, because
But it's not easy.
because we were young. We were like, I don't know, maybe like 9 years old. So we hadn't really really thought about it, you know. So when they started teaching us, we were like, what?
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah.
Elementary school?
Cool, yeah, that's...
I'm sure
you
I
also, right?
asked my parents at some point.
Okay, cool.
But not with my parents.
Never share with your parents.
Yeah, but not in a depth level. My parents, they just gave me this book.
Usually, yeah, people are like that.
Yeah, and it was very simple with pictures and stuff. But obviously, it was only a baby thing.
I asked my mother when I was 6, so I was 5.
Cool. Oh,
and
cool,
so she brought me a book about sexual education for kids, for young students. And because she teaches in the middle school, and I read that book. She explained me a little bit,
cool, that's
and
cool.
I learned how to baby are made.
Yes, because of what happened at school. So then we, at least in my case, I went home and said to my mum, "Is this true? Is that really what happened?"
So when you ask your mom, she does answer for this proper way?
Yeah, of course. But I think we probably don't ask too much because I don't know about you, but growing up in England, it's an embarrassing topic of conversation.
I asked my mother and she answered me, so I had problems with that.
Okay. She answered clearly everything she answered for this?
Yeah, she did.
I didn't ask my mom. I didn't ask my parents. I thought it was a serious issue.
Oh.
Not only in our family, but in other families too. I think I searched for it in the internet and found information there.
Oh, cool.
My parents also told me when I was smart enough to understand. I don't remember how old I was, but I was pretty little.
Okay, cool.
I think that just depends on everybody's relationship with their parents. So me personally, I feel very comfortable with my mom. I feel like I can talk to her about pretty much anything. But I also know other people that are like, oh my God, I would never speak to my, that'd be so awkward, it'd be so weird. And also it just gets to a certain point where if you have a question, you can ask a friend or you can look it up on the internet.
I know.
No, the usual steps there at that time. I mean, I'm talking in the year 2004, 2005. You are your friends, right? You learn from the street.
So, yeah.
You learn from the street, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, I know people. You have internet. I mean, you have all the data available.
Okay.
But at that time, of course, what your friends told, you take it as a true, right?
So you run from your friends.
Yeah, but they learn from me. So it's like this is this cycle, like you create things.
No, that's awkward.
That's very awkward in America.
Yes, no one asks their parents because it's weird. People always ask either like older sibling or they just look it up on the internet.
Oh, that's all, is it?
Yes. 진짜 어색해요.
왜?
부모님이랑 얘기하면 진짜 어색해요.
My parents never spoke about it. Like we're secular, we're not religious, but my family is more like we don't expose our feelings.
No, I don't speak with my parents about something like that.
Oh, but like comfortable to speak with teachers.
Of course, yeah. Wow. Maybe from my side because I'm a Muslim, and in my family it's really
very strict.
Yeah, it's very strict to talk about something like that.
So you haven't asked your parents, but you have asked your teachers.
No, I don't ask them. They just taught
everything.
No, not really.
Not really.
No, because I don't really talk with my parents anyway.
Okay, cool.
We don't talk about it, but they are open. And they had like a library with the books and.
Talked about it with your parents?
Nah, I didn't have it with my parents, but in Australia the sexual education's pretty good. So in grade 6, when I think we're like 13 years old, we have like sex ed classes. So they teach you all about it anyway.
Okay.
In Italy, we have a very bad sexual education system.
Very bad?
Yeah, they never speak to young people about sex, sexual health, and for example, they never how to protect themselves from sexually transmitted disease. Is an issue that is never at the school. They never speaks about. In my career at school, nobody speaks to me about sexual education.
I actually grew up in London, in England. I think it's better maybe than what you described because we started in elementary school.
Okay, cool.
Obviously, they don't teach much, but the basics, and then gradually every year you get introduced to more and more. And actually, there is a very good system for preventing, actually more than preventing, for treating sexual disease. They have free walk-in centres, and the doctors are really discreet, and obviously because if you have a problem, no one wants, you want to be treated with calm and care, and so they're very good at treating you.
Oh, cool.
We haven't a special subject, and we don't have special lessons, so teenagers just
know themselves.
Yeah, they just ask their friends or use internet and so on.
All.
Yeah.
You haven't educated about the sex education in your country.
Yeah.
Never. Even 1 hour, so there's no time limit.
We don't have, as I said, we don't have special subjects or lectures about this.
Okay, that's quite something wrong, is it? So that's the only way you can learn from your parents or your friends. That's the only way, is it?
I think that sex education in our country is weak too. I think the first sex educational class was in the 7th grade. I don't think that they are very often, lessons.
Open, is it? They are not very open.
It's not very open and it's not very often.
And we usually do that for, I think, 1 or 2 years in middle school and like 1 year in high school, I think, 1 year in high school. They teach us about safe sex and to not get like STDs and also to prevent pregnancy.
What is STD?
STD like AIDS or sexually transmitted diseases.
Cool.
Just to keep safe from any like virus or things like that, and diseases, and also to keep safe from getting pregnant.
Teacher call their parents and get some
permission slip. Permission slip.
Is that important?
Yes, permission slip is important. In health class, we learn about sex education and diet. And drugs and alcohol. Yeah. And sometimes we have to watch films. We watch movies.
Okay, how is that movie like?
The only movie I remember watching is about the drugs. Only movie about drugs. And we have to get like sign permission slip for certain stuff?
I think both in my experience and in general. Like I said, it usually starts in like middle school, and there will just be like one chapter in the textbook or something, and the school will send out a permission slip beforehand, asking the parents if they're okay with their child being taught that material. Yeah. So
you go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so if the parent approves, they just sign the permission slip and everything's fine. And if they don't, then their child just won't like sit through that chapter, and they like won't learn that topic until their parents are ready for them. In middle school, we learned like the reproductive systems, like the different organs, but I don't think we really, or at least I didn't really learn about like diseases or like things like that until like high school, because then later on in high school there's also a health class that is usually mandatory in most high schools, and that's when they go like even more in depth. In high school, or like in the health classes that they teach in high school, that's mostly when they go into like the dangerous things that can happen. I think it's because they know that at that age is when kids kind of start doing those things, so they want people to be prepared and to know the consequences that could happen if they don't like take safety precautions. So they like in high school they'll teach teenagers about like diseases that they can catch, or like other things that can happen, like pregnancy, or just like consequences if one's not careful.
In the public education system, at that time they didn't address this topic. So sexuality was not really considered as an issue that should be taught in class until I was in high school, at least. Nowadays they change it. Luckily, for the new generations, they start from when they're elementary school, they start to learn about that. So that brings a lot of benefits.
They teach you a lot at school. It's not just one time, like in the 4th grade, in the 6th, I think, in the 8th once again, and there are all the, like, you get to know everything, every little detail that you want to know. You can ask questions and everything. They pay attention to it a lot, so that we know the danger of having sex with other people, like using protection and things like that. Those are very important for them. And they want us to know a lot about our body, ourselves. Like, they know which grade, it's like they choose the grades they teach it. So it's like 4th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, those are the years that you experience the most in your body. So that's why there's the point in having sex education.
It's not necessary to ask your parents, I think. Teachers solve everything.
Yeah, it's not necessary, because teachers know that some pupils don't have this not all the pupils have a good relationship to their parents, so they can ask them everything. So
that's why they ask
yeah,
teachers.
so actually it's every question that you want to have answered can be answered in class. But I, for example, like we had homework or things like that, then I had to ask my parents.
Okay, about the sex education.
Yeah. So I talked to my mother, mainly my mother. I didn't talk to my father about it.
I think we have like special class maybe once every 2 or 3 years, and we have, I think, from middle school, I don't know when you are, like maybe 8. So this is just about like the basic biology of both bodies, and it doesn't really talk much about sexuality.
Is it?
No, not at this age. Like this age is just like general biology and how the body works and that. And then when you are a bit older, like a teenager, you learn more about how to use a condom and stuff like that. High school, and how to do. Well, even before high school, I think it starts when you are around like 15, 16. And when you are in high school, you also have like for drugs and alcohol, but that's another class. But
that's important. Health class, is it? Health or not?
It's just maybe 2 hours, like it's a special day. Like instead of having a class, you have that. And it's just, and someone from outside come, it's not your teacher, it's like someone who's this job.
They mainly show you like some documentaries, just about.
Not enough.
Yeah, it's all right. They'll speak to you about it and stuff. They'll give you all the information you need, but you're so young and you think most of it's funny.
It's
like
a little bit funny?
Yeah, because you're with all your friends in your class and you're just like laughing sort of thing, and you're just like, yeah. But yeah, no, it could be better, I suppose. It needs to be better, maybe.
Bad, very bad.
Very bad.
Yeah, we were supposed to have this introductory course, I think in 6th grade, about taking precautions and being, but we never did. Maybe they thought it was not that important. Actually,
very important
it is,
for-
of course, but I don't know what they were thinking.
Okay. Haven't been taught anything about sex in your school?
We did.
From elementary to high school?
We did, but in a biological way. I mean, only the reproductive part, not actually like the sexual, like having fun part. I don't know if if I explained myself.
Cool. That's good. Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, sure. No.
That's very sad. Italy and Spain is perfectly similar.
Yeah?
Yeah, we
We
have
are
it on-
very similar
Is it?
countries, actually. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Because we are both close to the sea, to the Mediterranean.
Oh.
So I think our cultures are quite similar.
with Italy and
Yeah,
Spain.
yeah.
Except for two countries, it wasn't that negative.
Northern countries, maybe?
Which country is there?
Like in the north, there are Netherlands, Sweden,
독일
Finland,
is the best. I mean, not 독일. Germany is the best.
Germany, of course.
yeah.
Normally, southern countries, in Europe at least, in so many aspects of society, we are beyond. Yeah, I would say.
What is that? The stereotype is broken totally for me because I think European country will be almost similar, the education system, but it's quite different they have.
Yeah, actually it is because it's so the European Union. It gives some guidance, but it hasn't got like actual competences. They cannot say this is what you would no. It's
you
a
should follow this.
exactly.
It's not
It's country's competence to have the education system.
Okay. 네, 안녕하세요. 네, 안녕하세요. 네, 안녕하세요, 여러분. Hey, what's up, guys?